and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Yvette and I am part of the Oh So Inspired collaboration team, which is hosted by Alicia of the Call Me Crafty Al channel. Each of the collaboration team members will be creating a project using an inspiration piece from one of our teammates. This month we are being inspired by Carmen of Choose Joy with Carmen. I'll be sure to put a link to Carmen's YouTube channel as well as to the Instagram post that inspired my project for today. Now, if you'd like to see what the rest of the team created for today's hop, I will be sure to have a link to a playlist in the description box as well. And I'll be sure to link to any other products that are still available, which I used for today's project, in the description box. Now, when looking through Carmen's Instagram account, oh my goodness, she has so many beautiful cards. But I did choose this card, and I'll pop a picture of it on screen now. And what drew me to her card was the diagonal stripes as well as the embossed background. So I thought I can do that. That's easy peasy. So I pulled in my embossing folder from Spellbinders. It's the embossing folder of the month from September 2025, and it is called Autumn Breeze. And then I also brought in stitching die of the month from September 2025, and this is Stitched Pumpkin Tops. And I'm actually having lots of fun using stitching dies now, so that's what I brought in. Now, you may have seen in some of my videos that I have this speckled cardstock in my stash. I have lots of it, and you can kind of see the speckles on it. So I'm trying to use this whenever I can, and that's just what I did for today's card. So let me show you my card that was inspired by Carmen's. So you can see I kind of went with a sort of monochromatic. I went with all these different tealy blue greens, and so I cut out the largest of the pumpkins, which is this one here, and I stitched it with some cream embroidery floss that I have. And then I did cut a circle to layer behind it in the same green and one of the stripes, and then I also layered it again with that speckled cardstock. So how I made it is I went ahead and layered my stripes on there first of the pattern paper, and then I ran this through the embossing folder, which again was the Autumn Breeze embossing folder. Let me see if you can see the detail. There you go, of the embossing on there. Isn't that pretty? And once I ran it through my embossing folder, then I went in and kind of trimmed it down a bit to make it a little bit smaller panel. I think it's 3 3/4 by 5. Let's see, because I forget. Actually, no, I had it at 4 by 5 1/4, and then I trimmed it down because I wanted to double mat this. So then I used some of that, again, that darker green, and used that as my mat layer, and then matted it on another piece of that speckled cardstock, and then added that to my card base. Now, as far as my sentiment, that was also in this die set. So the hello is in this die set, and this is gorgeous, as in gourd. And so I cut that out of that metallic paper that I have. And by the way, the papers that I used, other than the speckled cardstock, are all from the 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. So I'll link to them as well in the description box. And then with the sentiment, I did layer it 3-4 layers up. So, and I kind of offset the top layer, so you see a little bit of that shadow in the background of the darker green, and then here's the darker teal, and then here's this lighter teal. One of the things I'm liking about using this speckled paper is that it kind of looks like I did some splatter effect on here as well. So let me pull this up again. You can kind of see some of the speckles here. And so it looks like I did some splatter effect. But I think all in all, this turned out beautifully. I am loving it. In fact, I think I'm going to make a few more in some different color ways. Thank you so much, Carmen, for inspiring this card. You are an amazing crafter, my friend, and I appreciate you each and every day. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I'd be thrilled if you subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on any of my other social media platforms. As always, have a beautiful, safe, and creative day. Thanks for watching. Bye!